All right, now, so we're going to be joined on the line by a Mpumalanga mother of two, Marlene van Der Nest. Her children, aged 7 and 11, are with family in Mozambique. They tried to get back home just recently and before the 2-month lockdown. But the border there was jammed and basically her kids are now stuck in Mozambique. Marlene joins me now on the line. A very good evening to you, Marlene. Thanks indeed for your time.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for joining us, Marlene. So when did this nightmare basically start?
Well, basically on the 21st of March, my husband took our two children to our place in Mozambique, where his parents also reside. He also, on this occasion, took supplies and food to his parents. Our children were going to stay there for a few days as it were school holidays. And I mean, they were cared for by my husband's parents and his brother, as we have done so on numerous occasions. I sent the kids off with a few days of clothes. My husband came back on the Sunday, 22nd of March. And the following day, the president announced the lockdown. On the Thursday, we attempted to collect our children from Mozambique, but the border was an utter nightmare. And we decided to turn back and leave our kids there for the 3 weeks to come. We basically adhered to the lockdown procedures, and as we all know, the same was extended. And we started the process of repatriation, which has been unsuccessful up to date.
So, Marlene, let me just come in there. So it's been 67 days without your children, you told me.
That's right.
A bit earlier on. And
yes.
What sort of assistance have you tried to get?
At this time, we have done all the procedures. We have registered our kids at DIRCO, the embassy at Maputo. At this stage, there are more than 100 people stuck in Mozambique and still waiting for repatriation. We are also at this time seeking legal advice and the assistance of the court to repatriate our children. And we hope that the same will also help to assist the other South African citizens attempting to cross the border there.
All right, so you've registered your kids with the Department of International Relations, you say. So what has the response been? Has there been any clarity about when some form of assistance will be given to you and your family and others, of course?
We received an email from the embassy of Maputo stating that there is a repatriation that will happen this Monday that was passed. The email came back and I received notification from Pierre de Villiers, he's the High Secretary there, stating that our kids does not qualify to be repatriated. We then received an email on Friday night, stating that the whole repatriation process has been stopped. The people will not be able to go through.
What do they mean you did not qualify for repatriation in this instance, the repatriation of your kids?
Only people that is of an emergency state that needs medical care and needs medication is on the list. It's about 80 people that is on the list. And at this stage, there's more than 400 people stuck in Mozambique.
All right, Marlene, so what's the next step for you as a family now? Because I think when I spoke to you earlier on, you were also concerned that you had not packed enough clothing for your children. You'd basically packed clothing for about 4 days. And you're a bit worried about the weather conditions and whether they're going to be okay there.
At this moment, we're on a group called Stuck in Mozambique. And there's about 400 members on that group. I can't explain to you everybody's specific situation. It's quite critical, some of them. We've done everything in our possible current situation to get our kids back. We've spoken to Madeline Hicklin. We've been in contact with Melanie now, who is the previous lady that was stuck in the Groblersdal facility. She conducted a list of over 100 people that is currently stuck in Mozambique. This list contains everybody's ID numbers, their passport numbers. But currently, we are not receiving the help from the Department of Health. Basically, what we are hearing is there is not enough quarantine facilities to approve everybody.
All right, Marlene, thank you very much indeed for your time. I'm really hoping that someone is listening to this conversation in your desperation to have your children brought back to South Africa. You're saying they're stuck in Mozambique for 67 days now, you say, and you just want them brought back to the country safely. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
a distraught mother in Mpumalanga wanting her children brought back to the country. Amongst, she says, hundreds are still stuck in Mozambique and awaiting repatriation from that country, of course, amid the outbreak of the coronavirus. Let's take a recap once again of tonight's top stories.